Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's cuppa time. I know I'm a few minutes late, but I wanted to get set up outside, so it took me a minute to do that. And yes, I am outside here in Melbourne Beach, Florida. So let me just let all of you know that we're online and come on in. Well, maybe if I can find it. That's always a struggle, to find where it's live streaming. Good morning, Annie7 and Grayson. Good morning to you. There we go. Now I'm sharing it. I just had to find it first. Uh-oh, what's going on with the computer? It's flaking out. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening, but my computer is being weird. I've got it up on Facebook, so let me see if it's doing the same thing that I see on the screen. No, it looks okay on the screen. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, good morning, good morning. And hopefully the other P's will jump in here and find us as well. So I am up in Melbourne Beach, which is more toward the middle of the state on the ocean side. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my computer screen, but it's just being really flaky. But as long as it's showing up okay online, that's all that matters. I can make it through all of these pixelations that are happening on the screen. All right, let's go ahead and go into our hearts. Good morning, Leo. Okay, so hand on your heart center and slow down your breathing. Breathe in joy, breathe in love, breathe in life and peace. And then exhale that back out into the world. Give a little heart hug to yourself. And then once you've absorbed that love, send one out to somebody. Who are you going to bring into your heart this morning? Who's on your list that you would just love to give that energy to? And then let's say our affirmations together. I am enough. I am a spark of the divine. I am worthy. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. And I love myself. I am healthy. I am happy. Now let's spread all of that beyond ourselves, looking at the world with compassionate eyes, with loving eyes. Oh, I love seeing all of you coming in here. Kim McElwain, good morning to you. Jennifer Langren, hello, hello. Kelly Bach, so glad you're here. Tammy, darling, hello. Oh, I'm so glad you did, Tammy. Tammy, I need to get in touch with you. I've got a couple of places that I'm looking at there in Virginia Beach and wanted to get your ideas on where some of them are. Linda Lemieux, good morning. And Linda, I need your input as well. I've been looking at a couple that I've tagged that I think will be great for our retreat in October. And who do we have? Mary. Oh, Mary Quincoli. I tell you, my computer is pixelating everything, so it's hard to read the names, especially. But I see it showing up right on the online. So anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. So good morning. Good morning, Deirdre. There's our hippie chick coming in, and she's going to tell us how many days we have been doing those affirmations together. So I'm outside, as you can see, here at the water. I wanted you all to see what it looks like here. And it is absolutely beautiful. It tells me that it's like 50 something, but it sure doesn't feel like it. It feels wonderful to be out here. The sun's already up and bright behind me and ready to go out and see some manatees today. So pray that we get to have manatee sightings. Ruth is with me. She's still sleeping, I think. I think she's probably still on Colorado time. So I'm not going to be too loud to awaken her. So that's one of the reasons why I came outside. So it could be out here. Day 353. Thank you for that, Deirdre. Yeah. So this is an amazing place that Ruth found for us to be at on the water. The ocean is on the other side. This is the river side that we're on. It doesn't look like it's showing it real well, but it's a beautiful area. I was hoping it would show the water out there because it's gorgeous morning out on the water. Nope, that didn't help any. I was hoping to adjust it where you can see it better. Okay, well, we got lots going on. This is Thursday. Thursday, we think of gratitude. We think of coming up on the end of the week, Friday, right? But first, we got to enjoy this day. So, what are you enjoying about this day? What is your yay for today? And to share what your happiness is. I'm so glad I got to be with Marbeth and uh, her partner Harrison last night. They had dinner with Ruth and I and another friend, Norman. And what a beautiful experience. And then the drive up here from West Palm Beach was not bad. It was only a couple of hours, and we enjoyed conversation along the way. It's just always good to be together with Ruth. So, what's going on in your world? What do you want to celebrate today? What makes you happy on this day? Or how can you decide to bring joy into the world for yourself, for maybe someone else that you want to share with? So let's share some joy today, joy and happiness. And I will get the angel message up for us to hear. Let me get my Kuan Yin cards ready. I did bring them with me. I was able to grab all the things that I wanted to grab before I headed out from Joanne's. There's our smiley. Good morning, Andrea. So glad you're here. And Catherine Kovacs, welcome in. So what's a happy thought? Anybody got any of those? So we can have some gratitude going on this wonderful day. We're coming up on the end of the month. So I'm grateful I'm grateful it was a short month, if that makes sense. Sometimes, the challenges we go through, and we're going to talk about that with the angel message. Sometimes those challenges seem like they go on and on and on. And I know this has been a really challenging time with the cold and with the weather and another snowstorm and all that's been endured. So I'm really ready to welcome March in here and get spring flowing. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's my thoughts. Let's get that March lion roaring in. All right, so I'm going to read the blog. Hopefully, I'll be able to see it well enough to read it. I might have to pull it up on my phone like Kathy Hand does. I think that might be my best option this morning because my computer is being really flaky. So let me do that. Okay, now there it is. It took it a minute to come up. So the message from the angels is called Life's Gem. Before I read it, Deirdre says, my happy is my Alf stuffed animal fell down from the top closet shelf. He makes me happy because he was part of Bobby and my family. Aw. All right, well, you got to hold it for a minute, didn't you? And Kathy is thankful that Andrea is out of the ICU. Boy, that's a reason to celebrate for sure. Andrea is sharing the joy of Cuppa. And there's our Brookie. Morning, Brookie, and Dylan and Max. All right, I'm going to read the message. Like I said earlier, my computer's flaking. It's doing something weird on the screen. So I'm going to be like Kathy this morning and read it from my phone. All right, so difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Let me get my mic closer. I'll read that again. It's a quote from Seneca. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. I will be honest with you. I resist the thought of exercising. I have to be very motivated to begin. I can come up with 100 reasons why I should wait until tomorrow. Yet once I start moving, something shifts. My body loosens, my breath deepens, my spirit lifts. And when I finish, there is that beautiful feeling of accomplishment, the quiet knowing that I did something good for myself. Isn't that how life works? We resist the challenges. We brace ourselves against discomfort. We pray for ease and smooth pathways. Yet it is often in those very moments of resistance, in the stretch, the strain, the effort, that our greatest spiritual growth occurs. Difficulties are not punishments. They are strengthening exercises for the soul. Just as physical labor builds muscle, life's trials build resilience, clarity, discernment, and faith. When we face adversity, we discover what we are made of. We uncover courage we did not know that we possessed. We learn patience, we learn surrender, we learn compassion for ourselves and for our own uphill climb. In this year of compassion, I am seeing more clearly that compassion is not born in comfort. When we have struggled, we soften. When we have fallen, we understand how to help someone rise. Difficulties strengthen the mind, yes, but they also strengthen the spirit. The angels have often reminded me that resistance creates more tension than the challenge itself. Just like exercise, the hardest part is beginning. Once we say yes to growth, once we stop arguing with the lesson and start moving through it, something miraculous happens. The burden lightens, the perspective widens, the heart expands. There is a sacred alchemy in struggle. What first appears as weight becomes strength. What feels like opposition becomes opportunity. What feels like labor becomes transformation. So the next time life feels heavy, perhaps we can ask, is this building something in me? Because chances are it is. And when we look back, we will see that the very difficulties we once prayed away were the stepping stones that carried us forward into greater wisdom, deeper faith, and stronger spiritual grounding. Growth rarely feels comfortable, but it is always worth it. Dear angels, why must growth so often come through difficulty? Why can't we evolve without struggle? Dear ones, growth is not created by suffering itself, but by awareness within experience. Difficulty is simply concentrated opportunity. When life presses against you, it reveals where you are strong and where you are ready to expand. You are not sent hardship as a test from above. You are invited into expansion from within. Comfort maintains what is, challenge stretches what can become. I love this line. If somebody can type that in, if you're able to, that's a wonderful, wonderful sentence. Comfort maintains what is. Challenge stretches what can become. When muscles are used, they strengthen. When faith is exercised, it deepens. When compassion is practiced in the face of pain, it becomes embodied wisdom. The mind becomes clearer through problem solving. The heart becomes softer through empathy. The spirit becomes steadier through trust. So, dear ones, you do not grow because life is hard. You grow because you choose to meet what is hard with courage. There are easier paths, yes, but there are no empty experiences. Even what feels heavy is building resilience, perspective, and spiritual maturity. When you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And begin asking, what is this building within me? You shift from resistance to empowerment. And in that shift, strength is born. The hardest part of exercise is beginning. The hardest part of spiritual growth is surrendering to the process. Yet once you move through it, instead of against it, something miraculous happens. The burden lightens, the perspective widens, the heart expands. There is sacred alchemy in struggle. What first appears as weight becomes strength. What feels like opposition becomes opportunity. And what feels like labor becomes transformation. So the next time life feels heavy, maybe ask yourself, what strength is being formed in me right now? Because chances are something powerful is. The angels whisper, do not fear the stretch. The pressure you feel is expansion in progress. You are not being broken. You are being strengthened for the light you are meant to carry. So today, I promise to look at challenges as a means of growth and meet them with that new perspective. Wow. I think we just got lectured to by the angels, you guys. They're kind of like an exercise coach for the soul, right? Because sometimes we need that trainer to help us, right? We need that trainer to keep us on track and help us see what's going on. I'm going to just pull this back up on my phone. It's easier to look at on the phone than it is on the screen because the screen is not my friend right now. Okay. Brandy, you found us. Darlene, hello and welcome. And Kathy says, I used my phone to share and read the angel's message because I was worried I would lose the connection with Restream. And I am losing it on my computer for sure. Um, and Don Baker, welcome, welcome. Yes, I am outside and I'm going to be out today. We're going to go in search of manatees up here in this area. I hear there's lots of them that are trying to find respite from the cold. I don't know why the computer is flaking like it is. Maybe if I reset the camera. No, that didn't help. All right, so this is one of my stomping grounds. I used to come to this place all the time when I lived in Melbourne. I love the beach. And this is a beautiful beach, a beautiful area over here. There's a couple of rivers that run in this area. One is the Indian River, and the other one is the Banana River. And I just love we're at Riverside right now, so not sure which river this is. Probably I want to say it's the Indian River. And they're really big. They're big rivers. All right, so I saw Kelly Bach, prayers for all to love themselves completely. Thank you. And Kelly said, so many of your messages are perfect for me at the time. I'm so glad. Yes, that's what the angels do. They know what we need and when we need it. It's called divine timing. Blue Jean, welcome in. So glad that you're here. And I loved your picture of the barn with the snow and the horses looking out. That was a beautiful picture that you posted. Thank you for doing that. All right, let's see what Kuan Yin has for us. And then we'll have a Yogananda message and do our prayers and get on with this beautiful day. All right, looks like it's that one. Her message said, and I just got through saying something about divine time, right? Kuan Yin's message is, your time will come. Some souls are slower to blossom, building their inner beauty over time until just the right moment. Then the fullness of their beauty, power, and grace is revealed, providing powerful healing medicine for those in need of comfort and hope. It's all about divine time. And when it is that right moment, there is nothing that can stop it. When God chooses to give us a miracle, when the angels want to teach us a lesson or bring us to some beautiful place like this, there's nothing that can stop it. It's going to happen. So get into the flow of the energy that is happening in the moment. That's what they're trying to teach us always, to stay present, to stay focused, to stay centered and balanced. And the only way to do that is to be in the moment that you're in right now, right where you are. Because if not, you're looking back at what was, or you're looking forward to what hasn't even happened yet. So I love that message from Kuan Yin. It goes right along with our message that we're being strengthened always with life's challenges. And boy, some of us really go through those challenges, don't we? All right, so Yogananda is still teaching us about humility. So let's see what this message is today. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing, for the devotee may feel vain and self-satisfied, falsely assuming he is what he knows. There is a proverb that pride goes before a fall. A self-admiring person is apt to refrain from further effort. Only he who is free from the sense of self-importance becomes richer and richer in spirituality until he is one with God. Boy, does that flow right into what the angels had to say. When we're going through those challenges, we start getting a little self centered. That's not a judgment, it's just what happens. It's I hurt, I feel pain, I want this to stop, right? I. Instead of saying, okay, what's going on? What is my message? What is my growth from this? So, beautiful messages, beautiful energy all around from our guides that we use here on Cuppa. So, it is time now to go into our prayers, and I'm reminded that today is Thursday. Charlie Coons, that we all love dearly, is in surgery at this moment. They started probably about 20 minutes ago doing a surgery on him. He's a little concerned. When I talked to him on the phone, he was very emotional. And let's just all take a moment and wrap our arms around Charlie. Charlie does so much for others. He is such a giving soul and such a blessing in life. And as I spoke with him on the phone, he said, I know it's going to be perfect, whatever happens. If it goes well, that's perfect, and I'll have more time here on earth. If it doesn't, then that's what was meant to be, and I'm ready for that. So it was an interesting conversation, an interesting perspective that he had. They are going to work on I guess it's the arteries. He had stents placed, if you all remember. He had some stents placed not long ago in the heart. And what he's been dealing with and didn't know it was that there was infection. So they're having to remove those stents and do replacements. And I don't understand the whole process, but he said that they weren't going to close him back up right away. They're going to keep that open so they can observe what's happening and make sure that everything is working the way it's supposed to. So please keep Charlie in your prayers. If you can, send him a little message of encouragement and hope, and let him know that he's in your thoughts and your prayers. I told him we definitely would be with him during this time that he's undergoing that. And I know there's others that have been struggling physically. Our Andrea just got out of the ICU, and Andrea, I've been praying for you so much, and I pray that things now are looking up in your world and you're getting back into balance and keeping yourself on the even keel and not having to run back to the hospital. So we're just going to keep you home and safe and surrounded with lots and lots of love, as we always do. So thank you, Deirdre, for our daily prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, our troops, the USA, the UK, India, for me and my family, and any traveling P's. Thank you, Deirdre, and I'm so grateful that you all kept me and Ruth in your prayers yesterday as we did our travels. And thank you all for the prayers for Charlie. And I reminded him to ask Archangel Raphael to come in, be very present, and guide the surgeon's hands as they worked on him, guide the doctors to know the very best way to treat our Charlie. Our Charlie P is very important to us in the world. So thank you for lifting him up. I see my sister Billy is watching. Good morning, Billy. I hope all is well there. I know it's cold where you're at, so I'll send you some of this warmth from here in Florida and from the riverside that I'm sitting at right now. All right, anyone else who would like to share your prayers and your prayer requests, go ahead and type them in. Kelly, we always lift you up and hope you're having a good day today. And And anyone else who is going through things right now. Blue Jean, I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I know this has been a long winter, and spring is just around the corner. I can feel it. I can smell it. I know that sunshine is coming your way. So let's pray that March is going to bring in much better weather, warmer weather, and those horses can get out there and play like they want to do. So let's go into our hearts. Let's take a breath in together, that collective breath that says, I'm very present now. I'm focused on what the mission is, the mission of love, the mission of lifting each other in prayer, thinking about those right now who are in the extremes. There are homeless, there are outside animals, and those always tug at my heart when I know that there's a storm that's ravaging through an area. So let's hold all of them in our prayers, as well as the people in the areas that are affected. May your power stay on so you can have warmth. So God, right now, we just lift all of our prayers to you. We ask that you see each prayer that was spoken. Hold those that are in our hearts that maybe we haven't shared yet. Be with us as we remember loved ones that are struggling, going through their challenges. Be with those that are in grief over the loss of a loved one. I'm thinking of our Dixie Cunningham, the loss of her daughter, lifting her up to you. Thinking of my sister, who's been through so much over the last year, and now going through her own battles. And anyone who right now needs that extra strength, and thinking of our Charlie as he's going through another experience in the hospital. Please be with him. And God, we just ask that you see every prayer that we've lifted, that you answer each one to its perfection. And we ask all of divinity to surround us with love, to hold us in light, to let us know that we are surrounded and supported. We love you. We honor you as the giver of all life, the giver of all miracles, and the one who created us to be unconditional, pure love. Thank you. We honor you. Aloha, mahalo, and Om Shanti, Om Peace. What a beautiful day. It's a great day to have a great day. Let's enter it with ease and grace, and what a great day to start your day. And keep that vibration going as you go through this day. Keep the thought alive of how wonderful and beautiful it is to be in a family such as this. A family that loves together, that prays together, that wants only the best experience for each other. So stay in your hearts and stay blessed. I love you, love you, love you. And thank you. I love you. Those are the words that we use. So let's get those flowing on here. I can't get my computer to cooperate this morning. So hopefully it's just a glitch, and I'll reset it after I get off of Cuppa, and I am just going to intend that everything is working perfectly. Oh, Kelly, you're so welcome. All right, so thank you. I love you. That's how we end our time together on Cuppa. And I pray for the best for every one of you during this day. So let's go out and have a beautiful day. Let's make some memories that we can look back on and say, thank you for the experience. And as the angels mentioned, some of those struggles, those challenges, they are our stepping stones to a higher vibration, to a higher understanding about what life is all about. and they give us our biggest spiritual growth. Thank you to everyone that came in. May you be blessed on this day. I love you so much. I'm going to go in search of manatees with Ruth in just a little bit, as soon as she gets up and about, and we'll let you know if we find any. I will make sure that I turn that live on and share the experience with all of you as we are having it. So take care, everyone, and go find something to really celebrate on this day. I'm celebrating all of you and getting to spend time with you this morning. So take care. I will see you later.